It's me, Noah with Noah, obviously, and I'm going to be talking about how my throat chakra was silenced, how I allowed it to be silenced, and how now I'm speaking my truth, and you're going to listen. So, please like, subscribe, and comment just because you should. It's me, so of course you should be liking, of course you should be subscribing, of course you should be commenting. It's just what you should be doing. If you want to be here, if you want to get my messages, if you want to be here listening to me, learning from me, learning with me, knowing with me, that's just a given. All right, do that, get it out of the way, then we can continue on with the video. I'll wait. Yeah, you may notice something different about me. And what's different is that I'm speaking my truth, okay, and I'm not silencing myself anymore. There was a real big point in my life from, let's say, age 7 to 2 hours ago when I was just not saying what needed to be said. And there were so many reasons. Reason number 1 is I feared. Do you want to get into the nitty-gritty about it? Because I think this is something that I know if I say it to you, you might be shocked. You might be shocked. My mom would be shocked that I'm talking about this. But honestly, this isn't about my mom. This isn't about you. It's about me. And I know me bringing up the past and saying, hey, this is what I learned from it. This happened to me. I grew from that. I healed from that is only going to benefit you. So what happened to me? When I was 7 years old, I was still a kid. I went over to my next door neighbor's house, okay? I'm going to tell you the full story, a little part of it, just so you can get the picture of what I went through. I was young. I had a neighbor that was 3 years older than me. He was also my same gender. And so we played, all right? We played. And so I, as a kid, didn't understand what was going on, number 1. Number 2, I didn't know how to say no. Number 3, I had trouble discerning what was my intuition and what was my own mind after that. So those were like 3 things that had happened to me. And number 4, I created a energetic connection with him, and when I felt his want for me, I had trouble discerning with my third eye whether I reciprocated those feelings as well. And so I knew I had liked what had happened, but I also didn't understand. And since I feared, and we'll get into why I feared telling someone about this, since I feared that if I told someone something bad was going to happen, I let those feelings just bubble and build within me. And so the reason I feared was because, A, I have a really strong third eye. So when I went home, almost before I was inside, I had this like gut feeling. I was like, what would my mom feel if she knew about this? And immediately, because I'm an empath, and do whatever you may, just do whatever you may with that. Empath, people hate on it, people hate on that word, do what you like, I don't care. And because I'm an empath, because I can feel a lot, I immediately felt anger, worry, guilt, shame, all of those 5 bad emotions, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this. Not worth the pain. Not worth the pain. But because I chose myself, because I chose to experience those 5 emotions instead of allowing someone else to feel them, I not only blocked my throat chakra, I not only stopped myself from expressing what had happened to me, I then internalized a lot of shame, guilt, and fear that was not meant for me, but someone else's feelings. So now that I've told you that was the start of my throat chakra blockage and my sacral chakra and root chakra unalignment, continuing to manifesting until an hour ago. That had grown and 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 grown. And I felt that my feelings, my words, and my actions, my source, my intuition couldn't fully be expressed through words. And I tried to paint, I tried to write poetry, I just tried to do so many things. And they never fully worked. Right, so this is my message to you. If you are trying to express something, but you feel as if you can't, go back to that feeling, right? Go back to that feeling, because that's just something that is completely not true. Those voices, those words, those thoughts, those beliefs that say you can't express, that you aren't safe to express, are not true, okay? Maybe back then you weren't safe to express, but now you are, because you're in a different space. You're in a different headspace. You're watching me, for God's sakes. Of course you're going to be in a different headspace. Okay? So tonight we're only accepting positive energies of the love and light. And we're loving ourselves unconditionally for whatever. Okay. So, what do you want to know? Right? What do you want to know? That's the big question. Because tonight, I talked about that. You're sitting with that. I can feel it. I can feel it. I know you're sitting with that. You're like, what the heck? Okay. Sit with it. I sat with it for about 16, 17 years. And I healed from it. And I'm here now. Okay? Get with the program. Speed up. Get with the program, okay? Okay? So, tonight, I almost did a tarot reading. I was like, oh my gosh, should I do a love? Dude, okay, the thing with love readings is that no one cares. No one cares at the end of the day. Knowing who's in love with you, knowing who's obsessed with you, doesn't matter. Because if it doesn't, A, raise your vibration, if it doesn't, B, progress you on your soul's journey, if it doesn't, 3, put your mind, your energetic field, your aura, and your spirit all in alignment, then it isn't right for you. I remember when I was obsessed with this boy, and I will speak my truth about it because I was obsessed with him. And he was such a horrible person to me during those times because he, A, fully knew that I was in love with him, and he, B, fully led me on because B, he was in love with me too. But you know how the closeted guys are in Belize, like you just know it. You've seen it, been there, done that, leave it in 2021. Leave it in the zoo. You know, you went into the zoo, saw the gorillas just up in the zoo, left them there. We don't need them, okay? We're in our penthouse suite, just chilling. We don't need to be in the zoo. We don't need to be in the whole damn zoo. Leave the whole damn zoo back there. We do not need to be in the whole damn zoo, okay? First of all. Second of all, that was just a reflection of the past trauma I went through. Rape. And I remember writing about it in my journal, and I was like, oh my gosh, trying to figure out, because I was like into healing way back when, and I still am, but the reason I was into healing back then was because I thought I was not enough, so I have to heal to be enough, bruh. You don't need to do anything to be enough. You already are enough. What you do need to do is say and think and believe, okay, I'm enough, but is this enough for me? Because we're all our emperors and our empresses on our own throne. We're on our own throne. But sometimes we allow things that aren't of our energy because of our past traumas or past wounds. And we get distracted by that, and we forget we're still standing/sitting on our throne. So what I needed to do was say, hey, Source, tell me, what do I need to work on? And Source literally said, because I'm Source, let's be honest, I'm Source. I am Source. And this may be a controversial opinion because religion, what I say, may be taken and held against me. But honestly, my Source, I'm being told to go for it. God. We're going to talk about God for a quick sec because we need to talk about the man in the sky. Who, A, why is he a man? First of all, Ariana Grande says God can be a woman, let there be light. B, religion and God is literally just a social construct. So what I say is just going to be a social construct. Like, I'm literally talking about something that exists but / doesn't exist. So if you get pressed, if you get mad, if you try and cancel me, that's on you, baby. That's on you. You're not going to affect me. A, you're not going to affect my vibe. B, you're not going to affect my fame or success. And 3, the only person you're going to affect is yourself because you choose to be mad about something that isn't really all that important. Okay? Get acquainted with the facts. Third of all, talking about God is just energy. Let's be honest, God is just energy because everything is energy. God is just energy manifested into this human form, a God form, all right? But the thing is, The thing is that I never had a lot of belief within God. So that's why I can talk about him/her, them, the idea of him like that. But if we talk about Greek's gods/goddesses, I was totally into the idea. I was totally believing in the idea. But I commune with Aphrodite almost every week, and she loves me. Yeah, you feel that? You feel that? Because I'm feeling that. Please. Anyways, because my past, because it's been programming. I programmed myself through the belief and the wanting to believe because let's be honest, my choosing to believe in all those Greek gods was a religion to me. You know why? Because at that part in my life, I was being bullied. I was being fat shamed. I was being sexually molested by my classmates. Let's be honest, okay? If you went to standard 6, you know the one. He was what? You know the one. Anyways, but yeah, standard 5/6 was standard 4 too. And I remember I only had one friend because everyone else was just mean. I remember there was a whole group of people that were mean, and then there's a whole group of the people that were not mean. And you know what's so funny is that I see these two groups in high school today. In I'm not gonna say my primary school, but I'm sure you already know. In my primary school, I saw that there was the bullies and the being bullied / the people who were people who thought they were better than everyone only because they thought that they weren't enough, right? So this is literally why people like that exist. They come from a family where the parents fat shame them or bully their kids and treat their kids badly, so when they go to school, they play their parents' role and they do it to weaker children. Alright, weaker children are just children who they know won't speak anything back to them because they're good-hearted. Alright, and so this is where good-hearted, for me, it was okay, I've got a good heart, pure heart, but people are mean to me. And she was well, what am I supposed to do with that? I was I didn't let it affect me. I'm not gonna let their hate get into me, and I did. Sadly, I did. I was bullied. 1 year later, I had an eating disorder, 2 eating disorders. Alright? So I'm not gonna blame, actually I am gonna blame them. Actually, no, I'm not going to put any blame on nobody. But I am going to say that I internalized a lot of hate from other people. Hate that I didn't even see in myself. I looked at myself, I'm gorgeous. I am gorgeous. I just knew I was. And then I went into primary school, and then these people who hated their bodies so much tried to project it onto me because I was loving me. I was thick, and I was voluptuous, and I was loving my body, and they're no, that's okay. I'm why? And so it got to the point where they're hating on my light, hating on my glow, hating on every single thing about me. And they were hating me so hard, I'm why are they hating so much? There must be something to hate. But the thing was, there was something to hate, it just wasn't what I thought it was. My light, my glow, my godliness, just everything about me that you see today, they were hating on. But of course, little Noah didn't know this. He didn't see this in him. He just accepted it as it was. And it was okay. They're hating me because what they're saying is true. And that just created a ripple effect in my brain. And that just changed everything for me. But now, I'm disagree with that because I see clearly now. I see so much. I literally see so much. Looking back now, this is why hindsight. And this reminds me of this really cool YouTuber. I don't watch him a lot anymore. This boy recommended to me. You know the one I was talking about before? Because we're besties now. We're besties. Let's be honest. You came this far, 1434, because most people don't even have the courage, the bravery, the strength to come this far in my videos. You know why? Because they listen to my voice and they just immediately, that healing ripple effect from my voice, because my voice holds frequencies. My voice is a healing frequency. And sometimes healing can be difficult. And if you aren't brave enough, if you aren't strong enough, if you aren't ready for that frequency, then of course my voice, my being is gonna affect you. It's gonna make you feel less than. And you know what? That is all right, because we know you're not less than me. You're equal to me. We're all equal. All of us are equal. Our differences may make us unique, but that uniqueness does not make us better than or less than, just different. Difference is not better than or less than, it's simply different. All right, so what we need to start doing is loving each other because we're different. Yeah, I'm different. Yeah, you may want to aspire to be me. Yeah, I may want to aspire to be you, if that's the case. But that doesn't mean I'm better than you. I watched this really cool YouTuber. I'm going to try and remember her. I'm going to find it for you in a minute. I'll give it to you. I'll link it in the description. That's what I'll do. I watched this really cool YouTuber, and she really talked about how to alchemize jealousy and turn it into fuel for you. And basically, she was like, jealousy, we've got jealousy all wrong. It's like you see someone and you want what they have. The only reason you start to hate them and because jealous of them is because of this diseased programming and thought in your brain that you can't have what they have. So because you think you can't have what they have, you start to feel a lack and hate towards them because you think they're better than you because they have something you can't have. But the thing is, you should look at that person and say, wow, they have that. They have that attained. They have that acquired. I can have that. I can have that attained. I can have that acquired. It's in the world. It's been created. I am at the vibrational match for that being because I'm sitting, smelling, seeing, hearing that thing right in front of me. I should feel better. And yet some people don't. Sometimes I didn't. You know, like, it's a real thing. Jealousy is a real thing. And the funny thing is, I don't feel jealous of anyone anymore. And the only reason I didn't feel jealous of anyone anymore was because I was trying to do this whole, oh, they're not better than me, I'm better than them. And then I built these building blocks and building blocks and building blocks. But those building blocks are gonna tumble down eventually because it was built on unstable ground. Unstable ground. You know what I mean? Unstable ground. So, that's basically what happened. She's a really good YouTuber. I'm not going to find her now because that's going to interrupt the flow of thought, mind, body, soul, and spirit. You get me. You get the vibes. So, yeah. I just really want to talk about some great tips for raising your vibration. Wait there a minute. I know raising the vibration has a lot of hate, stigma, whatever you want to call it about it, because it's like, oh my god, people are so obsessed with raising the vibration these days. Raising the vibration simply means that you are coming from this place to this place. And sometimes it isn't like this. Sometimes it's like this. Sometimes it's like this to this. Raising the vibration simply means changing your state of being / feeling to a state of being / feeling that feels better, is aligned with what your goals, your choices, your core values and beliefs. All right, so if I wanted to be a high vibe YouTuber, if I wanted to be a YouTuber that created really good content that inspired and uplifted people, then let's say if I was feeling really unmotivated and depressed a week, but I knew I had to / wanted to create, then I knew I had to raise my vibration. And so raising my vibration, as I said, would simply mean aligning myself to my core values so I can create what I want to create. So I can create what source is telling me to create. So I can create with my light. I know I'm light. Look at me. I'm light. And this is the thing, you are light too, but sometimes we forget that we are light. We have come from the light. We are the light, healing the planet. Basically, I used to say the universe is experiencing itself. We are the universe experiencing itself. But we are the universe healing itself. And this is why everyone goes through ups and downs. Everyone goes through those traumatic events. Everyone goes through the horridness to get to the light. And so we are the light. I want to make that clear. We are the light. And also, we are the light, but there can also be external light. Think about it like this. You are the sun's ray, but you can look back up at that sun and say, hey sun, I'm coming from you, and therefore I am you. What I like to think is like, you know how Christians always say, we are God's children. Yeah, you are God's children, but you're also God himself, right? So you are God's children, and because you are a fragment, not a fragment, what is it? A ray of God. Because you're a ray of God, you are God himself. And so you have access to the power, the higher knowledge, the gifts that God has. And this is what Jesus understood. But his teachings got distorted by the human ego. And this might be a shock for some of you guys, because you're like, this man practices witchcraft. He's an atheist. He doesn't believe in God. I believe in everything. And you know why I believe in everything? Because everything is true and everything is false. Duality. Everything is right, everything is wrong. Everything is both of those things. They are nothingness and everythingness. There's something and nothing all at the same time. I am everything and I am nothing all at the same time. So now you may be wondering, well, if you are not enough and enough at the same time, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Because the universe exists within a state of openness and freeness. And so when you start blocking yourself off from experiencing energies that have hurt you in the past, you are blocking yourself from experiencing the flow of love, abundance, and blessings that the universe has to offer. So many times you feel like, why is my back hurting? Why is my tummy hurting? Why is my head aching? This is energy, stuck, stagnant, still energy that is within you. And oftentimes the reason we create these blockages within our bodies because we're afraid. Honestly, there's something I was so afraid of before. I'll tell you what it was. It was eating, it was food, it was digesting, it was getting fat, it was just everything. A, because people have told me that all the way in the past, as we talked about beforehand. And B, because I had been in that place of hate. And I thought, A, if I got back into that same body, then my mindset would continue. But it doesn't work like that. And so when I would eat, I would get anxious, and that would create blockages within my body. I wouldn't be able to digest food properly, my tummy would hurt, my back would hurt, a lot of bad things would happen. And so when we talk about blockages and blockages of energy, we also need to understand that there is no good or bad energy. There just is. Energy flows where energy wants to go. The energy, the feelings that you are feeling is a feeling, our feelings is energy that you want to experience. And this may be hard. You may be coming like, I didn't want to go through a car wreck. I didn't want to have my house burned down. I didn't want to be arrested. I didn't want to be assaulted by whoever assaulted me. Hey, that's your personal opinion. For me, we can have different opinions here. We can totally have different opinions here. But going on the same logic that you are the universe experiencing itself, and if you believe in a higher power, God wanted me to go through this. God, you are God. You wanted you to go through this. You wanted you to go. The universe wanted me to go through it. You wanted you. You wanted you. You are stronger than you think you are. All of the pain that you're going through, bro, you want to go through that. You want to go through that. Because ultimately, your highest self, which is just the you that you keep pushing away because you're scared of how it's going to affect others, because trust me, I did the same. I was an in-depth spiritual being when I came onto this planet, and because of fear, I shoved my trueness away. But I'm not doing that anymore. I say, disagree with that thought, release it, let it be. Let it just disappear into the ether, and let it know that I'm not accepting that frequency anymore. I'm accepting higher than me and me. Because I'm the light. Of course, I'm only going to accept the light. But sometimes I have the darkness come up and I'm like, yo, I don't feel you. You feel me. That's the power of throat chakra expression. That's the power of your divine masculine. Because the divine feminine is all about, I feel you. The divine masculine is, you feel me. And so for so long, my divine masculine was wounded because I felt like I was feeling everything. And I did. And so this is what we spiritual empaths, warriors, we are spiritual warriors. If you're watching this, I don't know what you've been through. You could be eating a cupcake right now, and good for you. Even if you went through whatever you went through, doesn't matter. All right? I've earned the respect and the title of being a spiritual warrior because I've gone through the darkness. I have seen hell within and externally. And now I am confident and open to experiencing heaven. Because I know I'm heaven. I was heaven experiencing hell. And by bringing heaven into hell, I turned hell and said, hey, hell, you know what? I'm not going to affect you negatively. I'm not going to let you affect me negatively. I'm going to have a positive impact on you. So hell said, hey, heaven's down here because I'm not bad. Wait, why am I not bad? Why do we as a society have the concept of bad and good? Can we not just have good and nothing else? Can we not just have good and existence around it? Because I'm thinking, why is there bad? Because as soon as we created the idea of bad, we created bad. So bad people started to arise. Bad things started to arise. Bad things started to happen. When we create something, it creates a frequency, and that frequency it happens, and we see that frequency manifest. What you believe in manifests because it is in your thoughts, in your brain, in your body, mind, and soul. You get it? Do you get it? Are you on the same wavelength? If you're not, take a deep breath. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Not everyone can be here all at once. It takes a lot of time. But honestly, I will say that where I am today is a culmination of pain, trauma, self-abuse, because I was abusing myself, love, refusal of that said love, yearning for that love back, accepting that love back, and saying, hey, I don't want the rest. Leave the rest. That's where I'm at now. I'm at love. I'm at a state of peace and love and gratitude for myself and everything else. Because the thing is, I am the universe experiencing all of this pain, all of my lights, because I love me. I love myself. I'm experiencing all of this because I've got a plan. I've got a direction. The universe is going where it's going to go. It's growing. It's expanding infinitely everywhere. It's got a plan. It's growing. Everything is growing as we speak right now. Everything is growing, dying, and being reborn. I'll leave you with that. Everything as we speak is being infinitely expanded, growing, dying, and reborn. So choose wisely. What do you want to grow? Have infinitely expand? What do you want to be died, deaded, gone, just decapitated? And what do you want to be reborn? I just want to say I'm looking extra gorgeous tonight. This is my favorite side. This is my second. I mean, honestly, they're both my favorite, but I just need to tell you that. I used to be in such a state where I was like, hating myself, and I'm not going to speak the words out loud because they're simply not true, and I don't want to be casting a spell into the universe that I don't agree with, because my words are powerful and I'm only using them for positive intentions, as should you. So I'm going to cleanse you real quick, bless you with love, light, only positive energies, light beings, guardians, and things, entities, just beautiful angels and energies with positive intentions of the love and light are allowed in your space tonight and from my space. All right? You can repeat that if you want it to be forever, 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 but I'll just give you a little sneak peek of what real true protection looks like. I love you guys so much. Of course, I'm gonna do some selling real quick because I'm on that hustle, I'm on that grind, I'm attracting what I want, and the divine is giving me assistance. I have one Aphrodite spell jar left, and that is the last spell jar. I honestly am thinking, bro, I might use that for myself, because I've been using my other one, and dude, I'm wondering, like, 2 Aphrodite spell jars together. Amazing. So yeah, if you want the last Aphrodite spell jars, because I'm honestly, those were high quality edition. I was thinking those were gonna be deluxe edition. Don't do any more. But if you guys are like really wanting them to reoccur, then we can set something up. I can go source free, because I was using these really nice bottles, really nice glass bottles, and I don't have any more of those. So if you guys want them, better text me, call me, and I have to go search for them, because like creating these beautiful things takes time, it takes effort, it takes a lot of my energy. It takes a lot of my energy. Like, you guys don't understand. I don't whip it up, boom, it's there, because like that's how it seems, that's how it looks. Like, I check my Instagram and like, damn, he just dropped something. I know it seems like that, but bro, it takes weeks of planning, just days, and just creating that. It's amazing. And so I want you to know that, just so you can have a higher perspective on understanding and gratitude for what I create and what you purchase from me, because it isn't just something bought so you can have a high vibe life. It's something that's created with intention and tears and energy and pain, so it can be beautiful for you, and it can have a really beautiful effect on you, your life, and your energy overall. So I just want to leave it with that. Like, subscribe, as I said before. Follow my Know with Noah Instagram, YouTube, and my Spotify at Being Noah. If you want some really good podcasts, I talk about how to unlock your intuition, talk about self-love, how to glow up. Keep in mind, most of these podcasts were recorded back then in a time where I thought I was not enough. So if you don't want to listen to that vibration, you don't have to. But maybe you're still in a state of that vibration, which is totally okay. And in that case, those podcasts will be a really good catalyst for your healing, for your evolution, for your growth, and they can really help you. I love you guys so much. It's a really good time just to be alive. Sending you so much love and light, positive energies, just angelic vibes all the way. Love you guys so much. Ashe.